Hold on. Everybody got their vibe right? Y'all good? Straight? All right, let's get it.
It's 30, baby. It ain't never too early to get lit on Vibes Boulevard. Let's do it. Hey.
Wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
But it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
You already know.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
But in case you don't, right now you locked in. You locked into the hottest new podcast on the scene right now, man.
We right on time.
This is the Vibes Boulevard Podcast. Yo.
You got some trees, roll that shit up.
We just gonna vibe out for a minute.
Let's see how high we can climb.
Because it's always 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm feeling fine. Oh yeah,
I hope y'all feeling fine on this wonderful Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling fine. Girl, I swear you divine. You the only thing on my mind. I can put these words together like my name Shakespeare to paint a picture like Basquiat. You know I'm way past my time. I might be way too gone. And it's tree smoking.
I don't care if you tapping in the car.
We out of here. Looking down from up
on the way to work, on the way to school,
the ones that don't show me love.
Cleaning up the house, dealing with the kids.
The ones that show it. I'ma stick my neck
in a world with so much content.
If you put me in the boat, shout it, I'ma row it.
I appreciate you tapping in with me,
and you know it.
Even if just for a moment.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling fine.
Let's get it.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling fine. Oh yeah, I'm feeling fine. Oh yeah, I'm feeling fine. Wake up in the morning, it's early.
Yo.
But it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. So hold that shit up.
Yes, sir. Y'all already know, man. We back once again. This right here is the Vibes Boulevard Podcast, hosted by the one and only First D. And in case you haven't been tapping in with me, man, and this your first time checking in, the Vibes Boulevard Podcast is a bi-weekly show. I'm dropping 2 times a week, but I'm also dropping a weekend bonus. I don't consider those weekend joints. I don't consider that an actual episode, but we doing it every weekend as well. We doing it every weekend as well. So, I guess honestly, to be real, it's really like 3 episodes a week. But I'm trying to make a lane for the weekend fix. So I'm not really considering that an episode for now. All right. Hopefully we got these headphones up there. Hopefully they gonna do right with me, man. Let's give ourselves a round of applause for making it past that crazy Monday, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Mondays are straight drag action. Goodness gracious. But it's Tuesday, and we're gonna do things the right way, man. So y'all already know in the beginning part of this show. Well, in case you don't know, in the beginning parts of the show, where I would normally have sponsors or ads or any sort of brand that I'm working with, that I have a partnership with. They'll be placed in this part of the show. But for now, I got so many things that I'm gonna just promote something that I got going on. So right now, what I want to put a highlight on is the Vibe World capsule. I dropped this merch capsule with my last album, Vibe World, and I pretty much wanted to put out some gear that was a representation of that album and kind of what I was on at the time. So as I scroll, you're gonna see some of the products. So I still do have Bluetooth headphones I released, these premium graphic tees. And by the way, all the designs that you see, I made all those myself. Yeah, we had the shorts, and see, I really made them like sets, but I made it where you can purchase everything separately, so you can really mix and match. And everything that you see has multiple color options as well. So this is the Vibe World merch capsule, available on my website, vibesblvd.com. Let me scroll into this item right here, these trinkets. So these are the Vibe World energy beads. So I mentioned energy beats in my song Wizard off the album, and so I wanted to, I tried to bring a lot of the different concepts and lines from the song to life. So I'm actually rocking some right here today. You can buy these on the website. I'm not ever running out. So yeah, this is the Vibe World merch capsule. Too Many Vibes. This is another hot song off the album. I did these tees and I made the backpacks as well, and the backpacks are very limited. By the way, I still have some, but they're very limited. Matter of fact, since we talking about the album and we got the Too Many Vibes, I'm about to go ahead and give y'all that song real quick. Just let y'all get into it one time. Let's go. This right here.
I woke up.
This is Too Many Vibes off Vibe World album. My first deal, of course.
Yeah. We both get in our vibes.
I just got too many vibes. Yeah. I just got too many vibes. I swear too many vibes. Hey.
Yeah, but it's too many vibes.
Yeah. Fit that I cop is a vibe. The whip that I'm in is a vibe. The chick that I'm with is a vibe. Yeah. Everything that I drop is a vibe. I just got too many vibes. Yeah. I just got too many vibes. I swear too many vibes. Damn it, it's too many vibes. Yeah. Fit that I cop is a vibe. The whip that I'm in is a vibe. The chick that I'm with is a vibe. Yeah. Everything that I drop is a vibe. I know that you thought I was done. I'ma pop out like surprise. I know that you know that I'm serious. When you look me in my eyes, the nigga be doing too much. What? We just be trying to vibe. Try to be shaking that ass. Look, I'ma take her for a ride. Yeah, we can
Alright, so we ain't gonna do too much on that end. You know what? I'll drop that song again at the end of the show. Just let it rock out for a little minute, so y'all can vibe to that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into some of the stuff I wanted to talk about during this episode 3. So I know this thing that's been making its rounds on social media. It's about this young man, Julian Brown. So if you haven't heard or if you haven't seen, Julian Brown is a young man. I believe he's 20 years old, and I'm gonna fact check that. So I'm gonna double back on his age, but he's from Chicago. He's been going viral for quite a few weeks now. He created this machine that actually takes waste plastic, like just plastic materials, like a old water bottle, broken toys, just plastic things, like real deal plastic materials. He made a machine that can actually take those materials, process them into liquid fuel, like actual fuel that can power a car, or it's many different applications for fuel. So this young man actually invented that, and I'm gonna show you a video straight from his YouTube channel. He's the real deal, and I'm gonna be honest. When I first seen the post, I really didn't pay it too much attention. Like, I thought it was a hoax. I thought it was fake. First, hearing his age, and then how groundbreaking what he was working on, how groundbreaking that it was. I was like, man, I don't know. Like, this seems a tad bit out there. Like, no way this young black guy is able to make this, and nobody trying to steal it, nobody trying to knock his head off, whatever. And so that fear that I had, that concern that I had, that I'm sure many other people had, seemingly became a reality. But I'm gonna get into that in just a second. Let's check out this video on his YouTube channel. All right, let's get into it.
So I've created my own gas station that makes fuel from plastic waste.
Okay.
Let's go.
Look at that. He put the plastic in the tube, the long cylinder machine. It grinds the plastic and it processes it. Look at that. All those different parts, man. Like, come on, bro. Crazy. Now, when y'all see this, what do y'all feel like the big oil industry would want to do to somebody that's doing something like this? I'm saying, think about how much waste plastic it is on the planet, and this stuff not ever going away, not in our lifetime. You got all this plastic, and sure, we could burn it off, But what damage is that going to do to the environment, to the atmosphere? We already, I believe, seeing some of the effects of global warming caused by a variety of factors, but definitely our carbon footprint. But the big oil industry is not trying to see any type of new innovation come in and shake things up like that.
So this is plastic crude oil.
Look at that.
And as you can see, we have quite a bit of this plastic crude oil. Well, it can be fuel, but we need to refine it and clean it up. So let's do that.
And so
I've created my own gas station that makes
to be honest
from plastic waste.
To be honest, what really comes to mind, like I was saying, when I seen that, or when I first heard about him and I started to understand he was the real deal, it was a concern that like these types of things, these type of people that create these sorts of inventions, they disappear. They go away without a trace. Like, and he's documenting everything, every step of the way. He's making it very public. So, I guess the thought is if something were to happen to him, obviously it's very, very suspicious. So a lot of people's fear, a lot of people's concern, I should say, was that something might happen to him. It's something, like I said, it's something I thought about. And seemingly that fear came to be. So apparently over the past 2 weeks, after making a post on social media saying that he believes he was being followed and some odd things are happening, he just went off the grid for 2 weeks. So you can imagine by this point, with how groundbreaking this stuff is that he's working on and that he's documenting, he has a pretty large following. People that are concerned, people that that care about his well-being. And so, going from posting out damn near daily to not making a bleep for 2 weeks, and knowing what he was working on, a lot of people were concerned. And so that put social media in an uproar. Where's Julian Brown? Where's the guy that turns plastic into fuel? What happened? And that made its rounds really heavily over the last 2 days, I would say. And just recently today, his mother actually made a statement to thedailymail.com, and I can't recall exactly what she said. I'm not about to try to pull it up, but she said something to the effect that she wanted to inform everyone that he was safe, he's unharmed, but as far as his whereabouts, she's not going to disclose that for his own security. And so I guess we can all rest assured that he hasn't been taken off the map. We don't know for sure if any harm has come to him, if anybody made an attempt on him, or what the circumstances with his disappearing act are. But it's good to know that he is safe and he's still on this side of the tracks. And so it's gonna be really interesting to see how things unfold with that, especially as he continues to get notoriety. And honestly, at this point, it'll be a really, really bad idea for them to do any type of harm to this guy, because they're gonna instantly turn him into a martyr. So many people will ride for him and will ride for his cause and try to continue the work that he started if they try to take him off the map like that. So I think even the powers that be know what's at stake when it comes to that, and I don't think they're gonna be making any sort of drastic moves like that, especially with this uproar social media got in when he had been missing for these past 2 weeks. I feel like that'll cause riots, all sorts of unwanted drama, and yeah, I think the powers that be probably gonna chill on that for now, and good idea. All right, so let's first give a big round of applause for my boy Julian Brown. Those major moves that he's making, this crazy groundbreaking invention, and for shaking up this industry that's been gridlocked for so long, that's not trying to see any new real faces in it, and definitely not trying to see anybody that's gonna compete with the fossil fuels, because that's where they're winning. And so, we just see what happened with that. So moving right along. Now this right here was a rather interesting story for me. So as you can see on the screen right here, it's some little information about this app called T. Now, unbeknownst to me, there's this app, the T app. Apparently, as of late, it's been used to expose guys, and I would say in a malicious manner. Now, originally the app was created back in 2023. It was created in order to prevent women from being raped and taken advantage of. So the app pretty much is where women go share their experience and information about a guy, pretty much to inform women that could potentially be dating this guy. And like I said, it was started in 2023, and I would say that the intentions were definitely good at the time that they started the app. What I will also go on to say is that, like I mentioned in a second ago, as of late, the app hasn't really been used with good intentions, at least from the things that I've kind of came across since this particular story broke right here. So, the news is within the app there was a data breach. So it exposed the photos and ID cards of women who sign up for the app. Let me gunshot that, man. What the The T app was victim of a data breach. And again, it exposed the photos and ID cards of women who signed up for the app. Now, let me first say this: for anybody that signed up on that app, any woman that signed up on it and used it with good intentions and used it to help it serve its purpose, to inform women of sleazebag guys, but not just going there to expose a dude that made you upset, or expose a dude where that things didn't work out between y'all, but like using it to real deal out these like the real deal sleaze bags, the ones that shouldn't be around kids, the ones that shouldn't be left alone with a woman. So for those people that sign up for that app and use that app with those good intentions, I do definitely feel for you, and I hate that your information had to be compromised in this data breach. Now, for the women that were on this app, call themselves about to expose somebody, or call themselves trying, with guys of causing embarrassment or harm to a person's image. For those women who signed up on that app and whose information did get exposed, I got something for you as well. May the scammers that took your information do whatever their wildest dreams can conjure with it. Man, that is so unfortunate. And like I said, for the people that got on there and used it the right way, I definitely feel bad for them, and I hate they had to suffer along with all the sleazy weezies that signed up to get on there to expose somebody, or try to mess up someone's image just because they made them upset. So that right there, I'm glad I didn't sign up on the T app. How about you? All right, so we're going to move right along. So this right here is really interesting. This is definitely really interesting. So anyone that has a Spotify account that listens to music on Spotify, you've probably been to your favorite artist profile on there, and you'll see that on their profile is displayed a a monthly listener count. It shows you how many listeners they have at this given moment over the past 28 days, 30 days. I'm not really sure how they cut it off. And so I feel like that's something that all platforms, especially music streaming platforms, should have implemented a long time ago. Like, let's just be transparent with it. Recently YouTube has announced that, or they've introduced, they're doing their own version of the monthly listeners metric, and they're calling it monthly audience. So I'm gonna show you a list of the top. This is the top 16 artists on YouTube. Now, this right here is what got me, because when you look at the list, like all of these names, all of the names are pretty much big names. I'm not too familiar with Lil Tecca, and so I don't, I suppose he's big. I've heard the name before, but I'm not familiar with any of his work. Okay. So I was looking at the list and I'm like, wait a minute. I definitely would have thought some artists would have been much higher. I definitely would have thought some artists might not have been on this top 16. I definitely thought some artists would have been, lower in general. So let's start at the top. The most streamed artist was coming in at number one, tied for number one. You got Doechii and Eminem at 332 million monthly audience on YouTube. Tied for the number one spot. And right behind them, you got Dr. Dre coming in at 271 million monthly audience on YouTube. And then coming in at the number 4 spot, you got Kendrick Lamar, 262 million monthly audience on YouTube. Now, this next one, number 6. Is it number 6? Oh, it's actually number 5. Okay. Number 5 really, really shocked me, right? So the name is Coolio, and he has 251 million monthly audience on YouTube. Now, I'm sure I can't be the only one that's surprised by seeing his name so high on this list, or even on this list at all. And again, well, we're gonna go through the list and we're gonna talk about it. But that right there was so crazy to see him on this list and then so high on it. You got Meek Mill coming in, the number 6 spot, 237 million. He's actually tied with Wiz Khalifa, 237 million monthly audience on YouTube. You got Pitbull coming in at 184 million monthly audience on YouTube. You got Nicki Minaj, 178 million monthly audience on YouTube. Travis Scott, 166 million. J. Cole, 162 million. Kanye West, 160 million. XXXTentacion, 156 million. Man. And you got Lil Tecca, 150 million. And then, and tied for 15, I guess, number 15, number 16, you have Drake and Future tied at 124 million monthly audience on YouTube. Now, well, first of all, let's give a little light round of applause for everyone that's a part of this top 15, 16. Give a little slight round of applause. A little slight round of applause. So yeah, hats off to them, because being on the list in general is a feat in itself. Like, put me anywhere near this list, little cousin, uncle, a couple lists removed, and I'm elated about that. So, I definitely thought, especially with everything going on right now, I definitely thought Drake would be higher than down at the bottom, like 15 slot. And I'm very surprised about Coolio. Like, what in the world? Doechii kind of surprised me. Like, it's hard because it seemed like, and I know she's been making music for a while, but because her rise and trajectory it seemed to kind of come out of the blue. I can't tell if it's genuinely people tapping in, or, well, let me say, I couldn't tell if it was genuinely people tapping in or if this was just all manufactured by the label. So if we're of the assumption that YouTube isn't gonna put any bogus information out there, I mean we take that with a grain of salt. But if we are of the assumption that they wouldn't put the bogus information out there, then I would have to say that she is much bigger than I thought. I mean, and she's still actively out here on the ground working. So I can even see her edging on past Eminem in the foreseeable future, very short term foreseeable future. I see her surpassing Eminem with that. Man, I don't know, man. Like this is crazy. Like, what do y'all think about this list? Like I never thought we'd see Coolio this high up. I thought Meek Mill would have been a little bit lower. Kendrick Lamar, I believe I feel like he's about where he should be. Maybe a slot higher. I can see him at. Kanye West, I'm not necessarily surprised he's farther down the list. He's still on the list, so that's great in itself. But I'm not surprised he's a little farther down because I think people starting to get off him. But with all the stuff he got going on, stuff he talking about. So, it is what it is. All right, so that's YouTube. Let's give another. Let me do a big round of applause to everybody on this top 16 right here. All right. I know everybody happy right there. Everybody's on the list. I know we're gonna get some deep dives about that. I try not to get into it too tough because I know, like I said, we're gonna get all the deep dives. Everybody just analyzing it down to the piece of the bead of sweat that was going down the artist's forehead when he was recording the song, and that's the reason why he got all those views. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that for them. So I want to move right along to the next thing that I want to talk about, and I'm looking at the time, man. I kind of just been running through things this episode. Right now, we only at about 27 minutes and counting. So we're gonna try to stretch it out just a bit longer. I don't want to just go ahead and wrap up just yet. So it's Tuesday when y'all hearing this. I'm of course recording on a Monday. Well, Monday/Tuesday, honestly, because we passed midnight. But Baddies came on this past Sunday. So who all checked that out? Do y'all check out Baddies? I know if you've been watching my different episodes, I let it be known from the beginning that I was gonna be kind of giving updates about that because I do tap into it. So let me go ahead and pull up this graphic right here now. I'm not going to pull up a picture for Baddies Gone Wild, but I'm going to talk about that first. So during this most recent episode of Baddies Gone Wild, well, let me talk about the last week episode first. So Natalie Nunn gave out 2 Baddies Gone Wild chains. You know these girls be going crazy about the mother freaking chains. So she gave out 2 Baddies Gone Wild chains, and she gave one to Daisy Duke. It's one of the girls on there. She gave the other one to Bahati. And if you're unfamiliar with these names and faces, tap into the show or look them up on social media. You can find pictures out there, whatnot. So she gave them to a chain, and then she said that they could decide on the third chain. Her words specifically were to Daisy, I'm going to let Bahati help you pick who gets the chain. That didn't really seem like much importance at the time, but it mattered later. So on the episode that just aired this past Sunday, they all were having to sit down like they were about to eat dinner. Bahati and Daisy kind of convened to the side to try to talk about who each one of them wanted to get a chain to. They couldn't decide ultimately. And I'm not trying to spoil it too much. They couldn't decide ultimately, and fights ensued. It was chaos. when it was all said and done, and from what Daisy said, they probably gonna get a chain out to somebody during the reunion. So that's what happened with Baddies Gone Wild. And man, I don't know, man. Like I'm all for the drama, but I'm starting to get off that one just a little. But the season almost over with, so I'm still finish up strong. So what you see on your screen, you see the picture of Summer. Now she's on Baddies Africa this season, and it was really strange because before this season started, there was a situation during Baddies Midwest reunion, and that situation took place. Like I said, it took place during the reunion, and after it went viral on social media, Zeus CEO actually made a statement that Summer was fired. She was no longer working on Baddies, and I'm like, damn, like Summer, she's kind of like one of the breakout stars, of the new squads. And I didn't really get it, but these guys make business moves. They got way more money than me, so who am I to say? When Baddies Africa actually comes on a few months later, however much time it was when the season actually starts, she's there, and she's participating and going. She's there with them. Now something happened that they didn't show They didn't show during the show, but it happened off camera, or either they deleted the footage. But Summer got into it with security. She got online saying they left her face unrecognizable. I don't know exactly what happened, but she's back on the show now, lo and behold. And you do see a scar on her lip, her top lip, some kind of scar, like a scab they try to cover up. Looks crazy. And so she's back on the show now. And if you watched last season, Baddies Midwest, if you remember anything about Summer, is that she just really couldn't fight. She had so much mouth, yep. But when it came to fighting, she was always getting the best. They was getting the best of her. She was getting beat up every time. I was highlighting her for this particular episode of Baddies Africa is because she came back with a vengeance. She's gotten into several fights, and none of them, even the one where she might not have gotten the upper hand, none of them were just beat down. Like she held her own way better than what she's done on the previous season throughout all the different fights they had. So that was definitely surprising to see. And so I say, I'm gonna talk about that because that man, she was getting her ass tossed around like a rag doll, and she, like I said, she just had so much mouth, she just wouldn't let it go. So yeah, that was your quick Baddies recap. Not gonna touch on it too much. So another show in the reality world that came out is Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I haven't really just been an avid viewer of that. I might be in the room with my lady while she's watching it, so I'll pay attention sometimes. And what I heard now, they're actually going through the reunion right now, and what I overheard while she was watching the show is that, well, apparently Portia, and everybody knows Portia and Shamia Moore, you may know her from the radio in Atlanta, but apparently they've been friends for a really long time. Their mothers were friends at some point. Now, there has been drama in their friendship, and I don't think, well, from my point of view, somebody that was not even a casual viewer of the show, just a every now and again viewer of that show, it seemed like I really couldn't tell what the real issue was with their friendship. So during the reunion, everything came out. So I think Portia has just really been deciding to fall back on Shamia because, well, Shamia, she's going through some things where she needs support of a friend. Portia not really trying to be there for her there for her in that capacity right now. And on top of that, there was a situation where Portia's mom had a daycare. She had a daycare business. Eventually, the business was on the foreclosure, and at sometime after it was listed on the foreclosure, Shamia's mom told Portia's mom that the property was under foreclosure. But the kicker was Shamia's mom ended up buying the business. She ended up buying the business, and to my knowledge, it was unknown to Portia and her mom, because Portia said she rode by the spot one day. She seen her mom's sign being taken down and Shamia's mom's sign being put up, and so that I believe that definitely is a great contributor to their spat right now. And ultimately, what I got from their interactions during the reunion is that Shamia might care about their friendship a little bit more than Portia does, and Shamia seems like she's willing to maybe start to work on it again. Apparently they've done that so many times. Portia seems like she just off of it, like she's really not concerned right now, and she don't really care to go that route with it, and sometimes it's like that, like. When it comes to friends or people in your life, even sometimes family maybe. Sometimes people are for seasons or not even just seasons, but for reasons. Like sometimes you might have people in your life that you real deal only hit up when you need this, whatever this might be. You hit them up only when you need this, but whenever you hit them up, they always have that. So that they could be in your life just for that reason. Know what? They don't contribute to your larger picture in any other type of way other than when you need this, they have that. And it could be it's other situations where sometimes people could be in our lives that could be temporary fixtures, or it could be like a stepping stone, some sort of learning lesson. It could a variety of reasons, but when it comes to those friendships, if it's just not working, then you gotta let it go. And during that reunion, it definitely seemed like Shamia was kind of holding on a bit more and carrying a lot more than what Portia was. So yeah, that was not loving hip hop. Was it not married to Medicine? Damn. Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm going down the whole Rolodex of shows. Love and Hip Hop drops Tuesday, so we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that after tonight. Let's see. We're gonna keep this thing pushing. Where we at right now? Okay, so we at 37 minutes. There are some things that you know what? Before I go, once again, and I'm glad that I'm saving this for the end. I gotta touch on the Donald Trump. The Epstein files and the seeming cover up as it regards to Donald Trump. And again, all this stuff most of the stuff that I say is of my opinion as far as how I feel. But a lot of the things that I'm reporting on are alleged. So I can't confirm or deny the validity of any of it. But these are reports that have been coming out. So, like I said in the previous in the weekend fix bonus, the Justice Department actually went down to the prison to interview Ghislaine Maxwell. It was a 2-day process, and to me that seems like the fix. That's just like they're going to put the icing on the cake to set everything up for however it's going to go down. So apparently it's come out that she's been granted limited immunity. I think let me get my terms right. She's been granted limited immunity, meaning it only applies if she's telling the truth. Well, who the hell can determine whether or not she's telling the truth? If she says something that goes against Donald Trump or any of his buddies, they're gonna say that's a lie. Her immunity no longer stands. If she, you get where I'm going with it. So I don't know, man. It just seemed like the fix. They got the fix all set up. They got it rigged exactly how it needs to go, and we just got to sit back and watch this thing unfold, because that's definitely what's about to happen. And it's a shame. It's a shame. And we're all affected by a lot of the madness Donald Trump has gotten this country into since he's been in office this go around. But who I feel worse for is his loyal MAGA base. I know they feel horrible, like, because y'all boys is allegedly hiding his involvement with a convicted pedophile, and his involvement might not have been so hands off, allegedly, and so I definitely feel for that MAGA group. But as far as the Justice Department, the Trump administration, anyone involved in what I'm gonna go ahead and call it now a major cover up. I got a nice token for you all. I'm gonna get one more. Okay. So, I'm not gonna hold y'all long, man. Like I said, we at 40 minutes right now, and this is episode 3 of the Vibes Blvd Podcast. We touched on a few things. We got a little detailed. Not too many things right now, but I do have some surprise things coming up. I'm not gonna get into too much detail with it and go into too much about it, but I will say this: there will be interviews and other type of content, and so that's something to be on the lookout for. That's something that's coming down the pipeline. I'm excited about it, and I'm still getting back in that groove. Still trying to fully get myself acclimated with speaking on camera and talking about these different topics and trying to keep whoever could be listening engaged. So I'm getting in that groove, getting back in the groove, and y'all are right here on the journey with me, and I appreciate it. So like I said before, that song "Too Many Vibes" from my album Vibe, where I'm gonna drop that again here at the end, and I'm just let it rock out for a minute so y'all can vibe to it. And man, if you haven't done so already, like, follow, subscribe to wherever you see this show, this podcast. Like, subscribe, follow, whatever, comment, share, let your people know about it, and continue to rock with me. I'm gonna be consistent with it, so I'm gonna be dropping these episodes damn near every other day. We ain't gonna put too much separation in between, and we're gonna be hitting you on the weekend as well. So y'all rock with me, man. This is the Vibes Blvd Podcast, hosted by the one and only First D, and I'm out.
I wrote me up a vibe, and I pulled us up some vibes.
Yeah.
And we both get in our vibes.
I just got too many vibes. Yeah. I just got too many vibes. I swear too many vibes. Hey. Damn it, too many vibes. Yeah. Fit that I cop is a vibe. The whip that I'm in is a vibe. The chick that I'm with is a vibe. Yeah. Everything that I drop is a vibe. I just got too many vibes. Yeah. I just got too many vibes. I swear too many vibes. Hey. Damn it, too many vibes. Yeah. Fit that I cop is a vibe. The whip that I'm in is a vibe. The chick that I'm with is a vibe. Yeah. Everything that I drop is a vibe. I know that you thought I was done. I'ma pop out like surprise. And I know that you know that I'm serious. When you look me in my eyes, the nigga be doing too much. What? We just be trying to vibe. Shout to be shaking that ass. Look, I'ma take her for a ride. Yeah, we can real escape. Anywhere that we go is a vibe. I got some shit on my plate, and I got a whole lot of pride. My shit going nowhere outside. I might just get a new ride. He say I'm late and he lied. He went to counter and cried.